Now we have to go about drawing these stairs. So we need a drawing. All right. Let's draw them in plan. Basically, sketch these stairs. Now, one thing I could do is bring the photograph into Revit. Right? Say I wanted, let's just start a new project. New project, let's close that. In Revit, by default, creates 2 levels. Perfect for starting a stair. Right? Let's go to an elevation view. Level 1 to level 2. Well, we need to climb 9 feet. So let's just set level 2 to 9 feet. All right? Go to level 1. I'm going to bring in those photographs. And we'll talk about scaling them. And this is basic, straightforward drawing. Hopefully you have a mouse. I'm going to insert images. Not worried about scale at this point. I just want to be complete in or insert the thumbnail, not the... That might have been sufficient. Let's see. To be consistent, let's... Right. So the complete view, let's put this one first and that one last. These are huge relative to... So I could scale that riser. Let's see if we have a good measurement. They're not perfectly orthogonal, right? Because you can see there's some distortion in this photograph. Well, that's largely because the building, the building itself is distorted. How so? Let's look at this. And well, maybe not that. Let's look at the plan we have so far. So the stair has to fit in here, so the corners of those winders are not going to be square, right? They're slightly acute on this side, and what's the word? Obtuse on that side. Remember from your high school geometry. All right. Back to the Revit file. Oh, and let's measure the distance that we have in which, let's call it 5, 6, in which to develop the stair. So let me see if I can try to do this. I'm going to resize that image. So from here to here, I know it's a little bit distorted. It's not 264 feet, right? It's 5.5 feet, so 5.5. That becomes much smaller. By how much? Let's just see if I am able to. Can I do that for these other images? 9.4 by 7.0. Can I do that? It's a little bit adventurous to try that, right? But why not? 9.4. So now what I have are images that are roughly at scale, and I could trace them to begin drawing. Right? So the lines I need are going to be these sketch lines, which I will later bring into the stair tool to establish the boundaries, the shape of those stairs. How long is this gone? Okay. I want to keep each of these lessons under 10 minutes. I'm going to draw these as detail lines, which are purely 2D. And let's use this line tool that I know are by default are green. No, not thin lines. Lines. I'm drawing past the baluster, so basically I'm just outlining the edges of the risers. All right, there's some distortion in the photograph. Those we will draw as standard treads, rectangular treads. And then the winder begins here. So that this tread is a winder. This tread is a winder. The Stair by Sketch tool requires a different outline for a different line for the riser and the boundaries of the stair, and we'll see that. Let's continue drawing here. There's my other winder. These are really, this is a rather uncomfortable one. Here's another winder. I'm really approximate right now. I'm trying to get the shape of the stair. Finally, I think this is my last riser. So these are going to be rectangles, even though they're distorted. The perspective is distorting their projection, right? So we said 11 treads. Let's go and number them now. We don't need text that big, do we? Let's create something like a 1/16 of an inch. And I'm going to call it blue. I'm going to change the color to blue. That's T11, if you will. That's T10, right? T11 is really it. I'm going to delete that label because we are drawing it here, so I don't want to confound the view. And so on and so forth. So T9, T8, T7, T6, T5, T4, and then the last three, 1, 2, 3, are standard treads. So I will pause the video and start when I have all these lines drawn.